Hello students. So in the previous video we had discussed the concept of electric dipole and we had discussed the dipole field at a point on the axial line of the dipole. Now the next topic is the electric field due to an electric dipole at a point on its equatorial line. See, what do we mean by the equatorial line? Equator is a line or a part that divides into two equal segments. So basically we define it that if this is a dipole, as we had discussed yesterday in the previous video, that this is minus q and this is plus q. On the left we take a minus charge and on the right we take the plus charge. The distance between the two is taken to be 2a and O is taken as to be the center. So if we draw a line which is perpendicular and passes through the point O, we can say that this is a perpendicular bisector of the dipole length AB. Dipole length AB is bisected perpendicularly by this line segment, so that is called as the equatorial line. So if we have any point, say P, on this line, that is equatorial line, then what is the ultimate field intensity due to these two charges of the dipole at point P, that we have to identify. So let the distance of point P from O be R. So we consider a dipole with charge minus q at A and plus q at B. Let P be a point on the equatorial line where OP equals to R. So we take the field intensity at P due to charge minus q at A, that is E due to A. We know that this distance is AP. The distance AP from point A, the distance of P is AP. This distance we have taken to be A because it is 2A. O is the midpoint, so this distance remains A. Similarly, this distance remains A. So in that situation, EA should be equal to KQ upon AP square. Distance is square. Now here, AP square can be taken as AO square plus OP square. Recall it, this is a perpendicular bisector, that is angle is 90 degree. So this will become a right angle triangle. So using the Pythagoras theorem, so this is by PGT, we have got AP square equals to AO square plus OP square. How much is AO? This is A square. And how much is OP? That is taken to be R square. So AP square can be taken as A square plus R square. So therefore EA comes out to be KQ upon R square plus A square. Now what is the direction of this force or this field? We have discussed that negative charge pulls the field, or the field is directed towards the negative charge. So this is along PA. This is EA. So this can be taken as along PA. Similarly, the field intensity at P due to charge at B, that is EB. Now EB can be taken as same, that is it should be distance BP. So this can be taken as KQ upon BP square. Now here, remember that BP must be equal to AP. Why? This is a perpendicular bisector. The previous classes concept is there that the line segment, if it is bisected perpendicularly, then any point of the perpendicular bisector is equidistant from the two ends. Any point on the perpendicular bisector is always equidistant from the two ends of the line. So AB is the line, this is a perpendicular bisector, so distance from A will be same as from B. So BP equals to AP. So therefore EB comes out to be KQ upon R square plus A square. Now because this is a positive charge, so this will be having a field directed away. So this field is EB. Got it? Now this field can be taken as along BP. Now see carefully. We assume that this angle, let this angle be theta. So this angle will also be theta. Now at point P, there are two fields EB and EA which are directed in different directions. Remember, what we can do, if this angle is theta, we take a line which is parallel to the axis of the dipole. Parallel to the axis of dipole. So this is that if this is theta, so this must be theta. These are alternate interior angles. Similarly, if this angle is theta and these two lines are parallel, so if this is theta, so this must also be theta. This is corresponding angle. So here this angle is theta and this angle is theta. We have got it. Now how does it help us? If this is vector EA at an angle theta with this direction, so we can resolve this vector into two components. Resolution that we had discussed in class 11. So if we resolve this vector into two components, so this component comes out to be EA cos theta. How it is cos? Recall the concept that a vector along the direction with which it makes an angle is in the terms of cos, and perpendicular to it, it is in sine. If this angle is 90, so this angle must be 90. These are parallel, so this is also 90. If this component is E cos theta, so this must be EA sine theta, the perpendicular component, perpendicular to this direction. So we get at point P, EA has two components, EA cos theta and EA sine theta. Similarly, for EB, we have got this angle theta. So this vector can also be resolved into its components. This is EB cos theta. So EB also has a component EB cos theta, and another component perpendicular to this, it is EB sine theta. This is EB sine theta. Now this EA cos theta and EB cos theta are both along the same direction. We can have this direction as along BA. So this is along BA and this is also along BA. But EA sin theta is directed from P to O, so it is along PO, and this EB sin theta is directed away from P, away from O, so this is along OP. Now see, EA and EB are numerically equal. You can see from these two equations. Let this be equation number 2. So from 1 and 2, from 1 and 2, EA equals to EB. Compare these two, you get them to be same. Only directions are different, but the magnitudes are same. Now when we divide or resolve them, so sine components of both will be same, but directed oppositely. So sine components are same, equal in magnitude, but directed oppositely. EA sin theta downward EB sin theta upward, equal magnitude, opposite directions. So hence they cancel out each other. So therefore EA sin theta and EB sin theta are equal and opposite, hence cancel out each other. Now net field at P, how much will it be? These components are cancelled, but these two components are in the same direction, so they will get added to each other. So net field, that is E equatorial, will be the sum of EA cos theta and of EB cos theta. As we can recall it again, EA is equals to EB, so EA cos theta and EB cos theta will be same. So either we can write it as twice of EA cos theta or as twice of EB cos theta. Now see, twice of EA cos theta, how much is EA? KQ upon R square plus A square. And how much is cos theta? From this diagram you can see that cos theta must be equal to A upon this distance. A upon this distance. So we can write it as AO upon AP. Now we had got AP square as A square plus R square. So AP will be its square root and AO is A. So this gives us twice of KQ upon R square plus A square into A upon A square plus R square to power half. If you multiply them, so K Q into 2A. So Q into 2A you can recall as Q into 2A equals to P, that is dipole moment. So therefore E equivalent comes out to be Kp upon R square plus A square to power 3 by 2. Is it clear? This is EEQ or E equatorial is Kp upon R square plus A square to power 3 by 2. This is the net field at a point on the equatorial line of the dipole. Now this is the field, so we can work it out for the short dipole as well. What is that? Now for a short dipole, in the previous video also we had discussed that short dipole means that is A is very small as compared to R. So therefore A square is negligible. A square is negligible. And if A square is negligible, so E equatorial can come out to be Kp upon R square to power 3 by 2, or E equatorial comes out to be Kp upon R cube. E equatorial equals to Kp upon R cube. Also, we had discussed in the previous video that E axial is 2 Kp upon R cube. So thus we can remember this, that the E axial is twice of E equatorial for a short dipole. Remember, E axial is twice of E equatorial for a short dipole. One more thing, the direction of this equatorial field will be in this direction, that is from a positive charge to a negative charge. The dipole moment is from negative charge to positive charge, but the equatorial field is from positive charge to negative charge. So we can mention here the direction, it is along BA. So this is all about the field due to an equatorial line due to an electric dipole. Just revise it properly because it is very important concept of dipole. Remember this, revise it, and if any problem is there you can call on the number shown on the screen here. Thank you and subscribe the channel.